And take your palms to face down. Go ahead and close your eyes. Starting here in hero pose, notice the sensation along the tops of your feet. Notice that tension, stretch along the fronts of your ankles as they're placed in the opposing shape that they live in almost all day long. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth wide and exhale, relax from your head all the way down to your feet. We'll start with a little meditation, a guided meditation inspired by the soles of our feet. So as you sit here with your body still and relaxed, I'd like you to think about all the places these feet have taken you. The mountains you've climbed, the cities you've walked, maybe the offices you've worked in, the homes that you've built. And if you were to scan the entire history of your life, where is your favorite place these feet have taken you? Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth wide, exhale, pulse your hands together towards your heart, drop your gaze down towards your hands, and set the intention today to find the feeling that you had in that most wonderful place your feet have taken you to. Gently blink open your eyes, release your hands, lean over to either side. And if you have socks on, as we often do in yin because it gets cold, take off your socks and plug the soles of your feet together about 2 feet away from your pelvis. But this work is designed to work your toes and your inner groin. So if you'd like to have your feet closer because that's more of a stretch, that's okay. And we'll do something called braiding our toes, or at least we'll try, because a lot of times nothing happens here. I hope you're not like me and you've taught a bunch of park yoga classes today, so my feet are extremely dirty. But you're going to literally, the same way you would interlace your fingers, right? Can you start to try, at least try to interlace your toes? Interlace your toes. A lot of different energy lines in your body land, start, and end here in your feet. So see what it feels like. Similar to those little pedicure foam bits. There you go. Interlace your feet. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, start to fold forward. Now your toes might stay interlaced. They might not. They might fling all the way out, and that's okay. But when you come down, you'll notice that the work in this shape is moving beyond stretching the spaces between your toes now. In fact, it's even moving beyond stretching your adductors or groin. And as you relax the whole weight of your body down, including your head and neck, you'll start to feel tension or shearing along the deep back line of your body. Now, if that hurts your head or your neck, take your forehead onto a prop and come into this shape committing to stillness. So the beauty of a yin yoga practice is that we come into shapes, we pause, hold those shapes for anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes. And as we're there, a whole tornado of things happen. Physically, under your skin, your fascia is getting rehydrated, things are stretching out, space is being created, dried up tissues are being lubricated. On the surface of your skin, we're pushing your bones in new directions. We're tearing or shearing against the muscle tissue with your fascia. And on a psychological level, we're asking ourselves to stay still in a place that more often than not can feel really uncomfortable. So as you linger here, as you marinate here, can you attach to your breath, align or anchor to your breath as a way to fade out the distractions in your mind? Well, let's just breathe together in and out through your nose, feeling your body rise and fall over time. One more minute here, letting all of your muscles relax, lingering, lingering, lingering. Notice if your mind has wandered. It's normal. If it has, return your awareness and your attention back into your breath. If it helps, describe your breath to yourself. Describe its texture, its speed, how you feel about an inhale relative to an exhale. Can you slip deeper still? That might mean letting your physical body lower closer towards your mat. Maybe you remove a prop. It might mean consciously uprooting any distractions that are in your mind. One more minute here. 3 more breaths. Take them with me. Inhale through your nose. Open your mouth wide with a big sigh. Exhale out through your mouth. Inhale again through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. One more time, breathe in. Perfect. Breathe out. Tuck your chin into your chest. Start to unravel your spine really, really slowly, really slowly. Lo and behold, if your feet are still bound up, take your toes out, wiggle them side to side, back and forth, and place your hands behind you, set your feet down. Simply rock your knees left to right, okay? Rock your knees left to right. For our next shape, you'll turn so you're lengthwise on your mat. And again, I might recommend sitting up onto a prop, block, or a bolster. And let your feet relax completely. This is another forward fold. If your legs are naturally externally rotated like mine are, your feet will flop out to either side. Those of you who have internally rotated femur bones, your feet will layer inward. It doesn't matter. Just let them go to where their natural resting place is. And just as you did in the previous shape, begin to fold forward. Stack props under your forehead if there's any pain, if you're dealing with blood pressure issues, head or neck issues. And take a deep breath in and imagine that breath really penetrating your lumbar spine, so in and around where your kidneys live. And as you exhale, soften. The rules of yin yoga are a softening of the muscles, meets time in the shape, honored by total stillness, and of course, breath. Inhale through your nose again. Exhale, soften further, noting now the sensation along the back line of your legs. So in and around your hamstring muscles, up either side of your spine, but even in the soles of your feet. This is called your deep back line of fascia. And from the soles of your feet through your hamstrings, up your spine, even into the back of your neck, your cervical spine, there is one long line of connective tissue. Meaning that if you feel pain in your hamstrings, it might be coming from your feet and vice versa. Yin Yoga teaches us about these anatomy trains, these lines in our body, showing us that everything is connected. Take a deep breath in, soften, and travel along that line. So start in the soles of your feet. Notice how they feel. Drive up either side of your leg, along the back of your leg, all the way up towards either side of your spine, along the back of your spine, all the way up to the very edge of your skull. And for the next minute, can you breathe big breaths into this deep back line of connective tissue? Really, really good work. Take 3 more breaths here. And gather your chin in towards your chest. Start to work your body back upright, back upright, back upright. Pause in neutral. Take your feet onto the floor and just move in a way that feels good. So you might rock your torso side to side. Maybe you rock your knees side to side. And now keep that block nearby. If you have a pillow, it might work here too. And we'll return back into that initial shape we took, but this time can you open your knees wide, right? So we started in hero pose with our knees together, stretching the front line of your ankles and your feet. And now I'd ask you to take your knees wide. Heels are under your hips for child's pose. You can always add a prop under your hips, so separating your feet and add a prop under your hips or under your forehead here. And because it's yin and we want to remain radically passive, You can keep your elbows bent, shoulders are relaxed as you descend down. Good. In that descent, take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth wide and you'll exhale. Soften here. Allow every last bit of your body to take rest. And if it can't because of pain or strain, add cushions under your knees, under your ankles, under your chest. A full 5 minutes awaits us here in child's pose. And if that feels like too long for your bones and joints, know that at any time you can come out of the pose and take rest on your tummy in a reversed Shavasana. Otherwise, rest here and trust that I will pull you out in 5 minutes. Enjoy. You're still here, you're still dropping in, sinking down. One more minute here. If you've been resting on one cheek, turn to the opposite direction. Three more breaths together. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. A big sigh. Last breath in and out. Let it go, let it go, let it go. From here, simply crawl your body forward. Come all the way down onto your belly, all the way onto your belly. And pick yourself up onto your elbows. Pick yourself up onto your elbows. So the tops of your feet remain on the floor. But we'll take some of the impact off your knee joints finally for Sphinx pose, an introductory back bend for us for where we're headed next. Let the crown of your head reach forward and then drop your chest and your face down between your arms. It almost feels like a bit of a dramatic slumping. A lot of what we do in yin kind of feels counterintuitive, right? But it's important to move our bodies in ways that we don't usually move them. You can place a block under your third eye, that space between your eyebrows at any height to support your head and neck here. Find your sweet spot. It's a place that's not too hot, not too cold, but feels just right. There's just enough compression in the sacral lumbar arch of your spine. There's just enough tension through the front of your chest. Just enough tension through the fronts of your ankles to keep you awake and alert. It's not restorative. We're not falling asleep. But not so much that you're breaking a sweat, I hope. Take a deep breath in. Fill your lower back with air. Feel how just a breath alone changes the sensation as you exhale, soften down. Letting your body relax into this shape. Just one more minute here, not such a big hold. Three more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Let go, let go, let go. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more breath in. And exhale. Really good. If you've got a prop under your head, set it to the side. Let your whole body rest. You might just melt. You might rock your hips side to side. Shift your head side to side. Do what feels good here. And now pick up your ankles. So you're lying down, pick up your ankles and just take some rolls with your ankles in one direction. Really good. Could you now roll your ankles in the other direction? And now extend and flex at the ankle joint like you're pressing on the gas to go really fast and then releasing your foot from the gas. Nice job. From here, carefully find your way up. And I will grab myself a little couch cushion for this one. I might recommend you do too. And bring your knees onto a cushion or a blanket and come to sit on your heels. So I hope you can see my feet are really, really active here. You have over 100 tendons, muscles, and bones in these feet. And we're going to do the biggest stretch yet. So you're sitting back on your heels. Your hands can be forward if the level of intensity is way too much for you. But if you can come back to a full upright seat, go ahead and try that. Let's aim for just 20 breaths here. I'll count you through the first 10. Inhale. Exhale, soften. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Halfway point, lean forward, take your feet out, tap the tops of your feet down on the floor. Good. And then come back in for the remaining 10 breaths on your own. 10 more breaths here. If it hurts, come out of the shape, tap your toes. You know, you go to the gym and they say no pain, no gain. You come to yin yoga, we say no pain, just no pain. You don't want to feel pain. There's a lot of sensation, but it's not painful. It's uncomfortable, but not painful. Really good work. Everybody lean forward and tap the tops of your feet again. Good. Sit back on your heels now. You can move that prop out. You might use it again later. And so I'll show you two options for this alternate stretch. So now we're getting even deeper into the front of your ankle joints. Holy cow. Take your knees that distance, option one. Heels are together. Walk your hands back. Lift up your pelvis. So you'll feel that penetration through the tops of your thighs into your glutes. And turn your fingers to face your body. Now, if this hurts your knees, if you feel pain coming from the knee joint, I'd like you to come and back off, and you can stay in that first variation we explored, hero pose. But if you feel okay, you might come down onto your elbows. Some people can come right onto their back. That's one variation. You could access the same stretch with your knees together, maybe a block under your bum or your bum down on the floor. I like to physically pull the fleshy part of my calves out of my body here. And begin to descend down just like you did before, noticing how this feels. So one of these two variations, and if you're going to explore both, which usually I do recommend trying out both. Try both and see what one feels like it's the most sustainable. Now, some students might stack a bunch of bolsters and pillows under the vertical axis of your spine. That's okay too. So instead of holding yourself up, which is a bit intense on your shoulders, you could lie all the way back onto a set of props. Find a place that creates a stretch through the target area. That's the front of your leg, front of your thigh, front of your shin, front of your ankle, and doesn't cause pain. So there's no electrical sensations, no sharpness, no pounding. Your heart hasn't suddenly started beating super, super fast. 10 more breaths here, whatever variation you've landed in. Take one more big breath in. Exhale, let it go. patiently, and I really mean patiently, start to walk your body back up. Pause when you come to neutral. Take those legs out to either side. Lean back on your hands again. Whoa, you might need to move your ankle, your foot. No rules here. Do whatever feels good to bring sensation back into those parts of your body. And now I hope you have a wall nearby. I hope you have a wall nearby. I'll demonstrate against my couch, but you'll get the idea. And bring your body up towards the edge of your wall. And take your legs right up and drop your legs against the wall. So if you don't have a wall and you have a couch like me, you could lift your legs up and relax your feet on your couch. May as well get a little comfortable, so taking a pillow under your head is a nice idea. Right? So your feet are either layered over the couch or they're stacked against the wall for legs up the wall. And when you get there, notice that the closer your body is to the wall, the more intense or yang this is against your hamstrings. And the further away, so the more of a slant, right? So if there's more of an angle with your legs as opposed to them being straight up and down, more of an angle is more restorative, more yin. Find a place that feels good in your body. Your hands can be alongside your body, but maybe they're on your belly too. That's okay. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, relax your hips, relax your bum, relax your jaw, and of course, relax your feet. Nothing quite like this pose to take the pressure off your feet, to unbind them from the weight that they bear all day, the shoes that they wear, the socks that they wear, the tension that they carry. Can you make a conscious effort to relax your feet? Start with the tops of your feet. Relax the tops of your feet. And now relax your big toe and each of the following toes, as well as the spaces in between each toe. Relax your toenails. Relax the skin along the soles of your feet. Give your feet a break. 5 full minutes here in this impeccably powerful shape. Enjoy. Keep sinking in. Resist the parts of you that want to go and move and do something. Instead, keep dropping in. Notice that wonderful feeling of your body and your nervous system collectively and turning down the volume of your day. Bask in that feeling for 3 more breaths here. And we're not veering too far from this place. In fact, keep your spine as it is. Simply bend into your knees so your feet are pressed against the wall and reset your back until your knees are directly above your hips or your hips are directly below your knees. Good. And so your right foot stays rooted on the wall or the couch as your left foot cuts across your right thigh. I'll show you lots of options. Option 1, stay here. If you're using a full wall, option 2 is to extend your bottom leg so the wall will hold it up. And option 3 would be a traditional variation of thread the needle with your hands interlaced behind your right thigh. Notice what it feels like when you relax or activate and extend your left leg. Choose what feels best for your knee and your ankle joint. Likewise with the opposite foot. And now you get to soften yet again for some sustained stretch here. Notice if you're tensing your lips or your jaw. Relax those spaces in your body. Relax your shoulders. Halfway there, take a big breath in. Exhale. Almost there. Take 5 more breaths in and out through your nose. On your last breath, take your right foot, either press it against the wall or place it on the floor. Slide your left leg over your right leg. Pick up both hips, shift them to the left, and drop your bound legs to the right. Huge spinal torsion is happening here. And if that's too much, of course, just unwrap your legs. Open your arms wide. Find a resting place for your gaze. Close your eyes. A few minutes here. Catch and notice, witness your body tiring. You might yawn. You might fall asleep, and that's entirely okay, even encouraged. I will wake you up in a few minutes. Halfway there, take a breath in. You're grounding, sinking, melting on the breath out. Take 5 more breaths at your own pace now. And following those 5 breaths, bring your legs back through center. You might stretch them up the wall again or hug them in towards your chest and just rock along side to side. And of course, what we do to one side, we do to the other. So let's stabilize with our right foot and take our left ankle across our right thigh now. Nope, other side. Stabilize with your left foot. Take your right ankle across your left thigh. I can feel the difference. And either stay here or interlace your hands behind your left thigh. Your left foot can be on the wall, it can be up the wall, bent against the wall, or just hanging in space. And play again with the positioning of your feet. What changes if you relax or engage your right foot or your left foot? But also on this side, can you play with the placement of your pelvis? Really slowly and mindfully rock your pelvis side to side, imprinting different pieces of your lumbar spine, of your back body, into the mat until you find that perfectly sweet sensation along your outer right hip. And when you find it, just be a few minutes here. And continually dropping in as you move through 5 more breaths here. Incredible. Lower that left foot to the floor. Slide your right leg over your left leg. Move both hips towards the right before you drop your knees to the left. Open your arms wide. You could bend at your elbows. And you can absolutely change your mind about being bound with your legs, simply unwrapping them for a plain vanilla spinal twist, the last shape before Shavasana. So really let things go here. If your body's cooled down, put on a sweater and some socks. If you're exhausted and yawning won't stop, let it take you over. We'll be in Shavasana soon. Take just 5 more breaths here. Thank you. Carefully bring your knees through center. Move intuitively for a moment. And when you're ready, go ahead and lie all the way down for final Shavasana, corpse pose. Lying on your back for Shavasana, let your feet flop out to either side. Turn your palms to face up. Please close your eyes. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, remember those wonderful places that your feet have taken you to. Say thank you to your feet for their strength, their endurance, their resilience. And now let them relax. Let your feet relax, and then that feeling will vibrate through your whole body. Be still here for a few moments of rest. I will pull you out after some time in Shavasana. We'll close our practice with a piece of a Dr. Seuss story that sounds like this. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own and you know what you know, and you are the one who'll decide where to go. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Your head might rock. Your torso can sway. And then inhale, stretch both arms way up overhead. Stretch both feet to the bottom of your mat. Exhale, relax everything back down. Hug your knees into your chest. Curl onto the right side of your body. Nice and slowly pull yourself back up to sit and bring your hands to heart center. Bow your head into your hands. Thank yourself for your practice, your body for its hard work, and your brain for its quiet. Thank you so much. Namaste.